Hi everyone, it's cards.byrachel for ScrapDiva Designs. We'll be using one of the products. It is called the Spring Memory Dex from the April 8th new ScrapDiva design release. Of course, I made an example already of camera using an Alice in Wonderland theme and I turned it into a shaker. So today we'll be making another theme with this. If you want to shop the new release, you can do so on scrapdivadesigns.com and you can use the hashtag scrapdivadesigns to see all other projects. I cut 3 times this biggest die that will create the shape for your memory decks. And I did not add the butterfly layer for the one we'll be doing now, but I did do it on the Alice one. Then on that third one, the one that will be our front, I also cut that round circle out of it. And that will be the background. And then from some foam, I used the biggest one and the inner circle one to create a shaker frame. So now it's time to attach our black and our white biggest die, so the one that creates the memory decks at the top there, and adhere them together. I like to do this for some stability, and especially since we'll be turning it into a shaker. Here I've got that frame using the biggest die in the inner circle. I cut it out of some foam, like I said. Mine is double-sided already, but I still like to add some glue as well. If you've seen videos of me before, I like to use double adhesive when making interactives or shakers. And here I'm laying that frame for my pattern paper on top so I can line up our inner piece that will be our background like as good as possible to the outside piece. And with double-sided foam, I mean mine has double-sided adhesive on both sides basically. So it has a layer that you can peel off and it sticks. But if you have normal foam, you could just use that and adhesive, or you could cut the frame like 7 times and stack it up like that with just paper. Lots of ways to do this, or use some foam strips, of course. Here I adhered some double-sided adhesive, and I'm also going to use some glue, and then we can attach that to our acetate. And of course, we're going to let this dry a little bit and then cut off the excess, because I always have trouble die cutting acetate, so I just prefer to do it like this. But if your die cutting machine works well with this, you could die cut it as well. I'm using some anti-static powder on the edge of my foam there, so all the rest of the stickiness disappears. I found this very cute black, yellow, and bee sequin clay mix in my stash, and I thought it would be great. And this paper is from a very old photo play collection. I had it from my scrapbooking days, and I always loved this paper. I actually made a scrapbook with it like years ago. So I thought it would be fun for this memory decks. But here we're just cutting off the excess. And of course, you could do this in anything you like. Like I showed the Alice one. You can leave off layers, like I'm leaving off the butterflies right now, and I'm doing a bee theme. This can be anything you want. Just use different pattern papers or ink your up your papers. Use some stamps to customize it. So yeah, lots of options, which is always so fun. I'm using that glue again, and I cleaned off my acetate on the inside. I do that with some rubbing alcohol and a paper towel. I'll show it on the front as well. Yes, there's my paper towel and my alcohol, you see. That cleans it up nicely. And here you see that scrap piece of that double-sided adhesive foam I used to create our shaker. It's quite expensive, this sort of stuff, so I always like to use it as my foam squares as well. So I use actually every inch of it. Here I use some stickers from this photo play collection as well. And I backed it on some black paper actually, and then fuzzy cut around it so it would stand out more. And I love like black and yellow, so color combination. And then the gnome and our sunflower, I'm gonna adhere flat, and our honeycomb as well. And then for our sentiment and our cute little bee, we will add that leftover double adhesive foam, which I said I like to just use it as my sort of foam blocks, because it's expensive and we don't wanna like not use any bits of it. So also excuse the state of my nails, you guys. I'm missing one and it's a hot mess. But my nail lady is very busy at the moment. And with nail lady, that is me, myself, and I. I did not have time. And I wanted to get some projects done before doing my nails. So then I have a bit of rest in my head and I can focus on that. So yeah. Here we go. That cute little bee. Isn't it adorable? And I love the shakers. Of course, I had to turn it into shakers, you guys. Couldn't help myself. Here you can see some close-up of my Alice one. And of course, the two bee ones, the one we made together and the one I made off camera. Be sure to check out scrapdivadesigns.com for some extra fun goodies from the new release. And of course, check out her Instagram page, YouTube, and my Instagram as well. If you like this video and you want to see more ScrapDiva design projects, be sure to like, subscribe, and comment, of course. It really helps the channel out. So thanks everyone for watching, and I wish you all a very crafty day. Bye bye.